Hey everyone, Rick here, and folks, welcome to VLOG-O-WEEN Day 29. We just have a couple days left, if you can believe it. This October has been a lot of fun. I'd say it flew by, but honestly, most of the time it does. Most of the time these months, this year's flown by. But I think vlogging every day has made this month go by actually fairly slowly. I feel like October has been a long month. Anyways, I just got my hair cut. You know, I like to get it super nice and short. Just got off work, did some laundry, mostly linens. These were towels and blankets and things. What else? Now I need to go get some dinner, but in addition to that, I want to stop by Hickory Farms. I believe our local Hickory Farms. I'm already starting to drool. My mouth is watering at the thought. Our local Hickory Farms, I believe, is open. Today was the first day, so we got to swing by there and check out the stock. Maybe pick up a few things, so we'll see. All right, anyways, let's get a move on. Today is a linen laundry day. Here we go. Okay, I was going to do this haul video in my car in the parking lot, but it was so busy. Like, as soon as I got in my car, there were people parked, like sitting, waiting in the street for me to get out of my space. So we had to do this at home, but we got to go fast because we also picked up some dinner from Freddy's. But here is my Hickory Farms haul. This is really exciting because they actually came out with a Hickory Farms advent calendar. Unfortunately, spoiler alert, everything's listed on the nutrition facts, so I'm trying not to actually look at that because I do kind of want to be surprised. It's a 12-day calendar, but it was kind of pricey. It was over $60. But I'm still excited about that. Next are these frosted pretzels. Folks, if you've never had these Hickory Farms frosted sprinkled pretzels, you are missing out. Those are delicious. I then, on a whim, decided to give this a shot. Garden vegetable cheese spread. They had multiple cheese spreads. I went with garden vegetable. We'll see if that was a good idea or not, but I'm looking forward to that. Then some staples. Now here is a garlic and herb flatbread cracker, which looked really good. But of course, before we get in the meat and cheese, we also picked up some Chipotle ranch, which I thought that sounded good. But then here's the meat we got. We got the spicy beef summer sausage. And last but not least, we also picked up, notice a lot of this is spicy, jalapeno cheddar blend. Come on, how is this not focusing? So, yep, that is the cheese we got. So we spent a lot of money at Hickory Farms. Then, in the Shadow Lake Shopping Plaza that all this was in, I also went to I almost said Bed Bath & Beyond, Bath & Body Works, and got a whole bunch of their sunflower refills. Is that what they're called? No, wallflower. I said sunflower. Anyways, so they had a lot of their Christmassy scents, so we got a bunch of those. Just a couple to show, I'll say. Bergamot Waters is not a Christmassy one. I just love that one in general. This one was Goldenberry Mistletoe. This one smells so good. Obviously, they all smell good. That's why I got them. Warm Vanilla Sugar. It was 5 for like $27, so I got 10, 2 of each. There's another Goldenberry. Come on, where's the other 2? We got 1,000 Wishes, which smelled so freaking good. And then last but not least, this one, I believe, is the last of the 5 different ones. Snowflakes and Cashmere. Come on, geez, Louise, folks. All right, Snowflakes and Cashmere. That was so good. All right, so that was the haul. All right, just got back from a little jog to Panera for, of course, my evening sip club. Over to my parents' house, my dad picked up a few games. He goes to this store called Retail Rebel where they have like overstock retail goods or something. I don't know where they get half of their stuff. But sometimes he finds games for like $1, sometimes 50 cents, if you can believe that or not. But other times they're just deeply discounted. This chicken poo bingo. So he'll send me pictures whenever he goes there. If he thinks that I might be interested in something, he'll send me pictures and say, Rick, you want this? Well, this time he sent me pictures of entire shelves full of stuff. So I was looking them up online. And first of all, this chicken poo bingo looks absolutely hilarious. This is a children's game, ages 4 and up. But I thought the concept of this is hilarious. Everyone has a bingo card. Your bingo chips are these poo tokens. The bingo board, you wind up this little mechanical chicken as it walks around the bingo board, laying little pieces of poop on to the images that then you try to score bingo with. So I just thought that was hilarious. So I grabbed that. I told him to pick me up this Liar's Dice game. I've always heard of Liar's Dice. I've never owned it. Evidently, you don't even really need like an actual game. You can just use some dice and some dice cups. But I just thought because of how cheap this was, that just for the dice alone, and maybe even the dice cups, because there's 20 dice in here, 5 in 4 different sets of colors. And then this Live, Laugh, Lose. This was just something my dad picked up for me. Honestly, it looks kind of funny. They're all super corny jokes, and so on your turn, you're drawing 2 cards. One has a joke on it, and the other tells you how you're supposed to say that joke. If you can read that. Like, read the joke like you just inhaled helium, and then that would be the joke. So you're trying to get the other person to laugh, because, like, the jokes themselves are so corny and so, like, oh, facepalm, but with the help of that other card, the way you read it, you're trying to get the other person to laugh. So I just thought that was kind of funny. So what else? So we got the games, we got the Panera. I also went to the Quick Shop and I grabbed some meat and cheese sticks and some chips and a whole bunch of chocolate milk and some Dr. Pepper. And I think that's pretty much everything. So we're going to get these games added to my Board Game Geek database. What else? I think that may be it. So we're probably going to be wrapping this up in a little bit. All right, folks, and that'll do it for VLOG-O-WEEN Day 29. It's about 2 a.m. I've been obsessed. I have spent the last several hours watching playthroughs, how-to-plays of, how should I even begin this? So first, God, what is the name of this game? So After the Empires, a game that I've been lusting after for a while. I'm sorry, my hand's going to be in the way for a second as I switch hands. Empire's End. Okay. So, because I wanted to get this story from the beginning. So Empire's End is a game. How did I even see it? Did a video come up about it? I don't even remember. Somehow I just saw something for a game called Empire's End. It's gonna absolutely kill me now. I cannot remember where I saw it. It was either on social media or somewhere on my YouTube feed or somewhere. And I thought, oh my gosh, this game looks amazing. And I love John D. Clare. I love Space Base. And so I was like, okay, well, let's take a peek at what this game's about. And I saw it was a Kickstarter. The Kickstarter recently fulfilled. People are starting to get their copies. I watched some videos on it, and it looks very interesting. I like this whole bid, but bid one resource at a time to try to avoid a disaster. But sometimes you may want the disaster because it gives you an innovation. Anyway, I know that probably makes no sense. But the retail edition of the game, oh, I know. I just got it. I just remembered how I found the game. Because my local board game cafe, Spielbound, just posted on Facebook that they received their copies. They must have backed at the retailer level or something. And so I looked at, because I was looking through their recent arrivals, and I saw that that was one of them. That was really the only one I was interested in this latest batch. And I was like, okay, well, let's do some research. I may stop by Spielbound tomorrow and maybe pick up a copy. So let's do some research. And during the course of watching videos and reading reviews, I was like, okay, yep, this is a game I may very well be interested in. I'm actually not a huge fan of auctions or bidding or negotiation in games, but this bidding seems okay because it's not like, okay, I throw out an opening bid, you have to meet it or exceed it. You're like bidding a resource at a time, and it just goes around and around. And you're bidding to avoid taking what is up for bid. But there may be times where you want that. But anyway, I don't want to get into the gameplay specifics. This is already going on. This outro is already over 3 minutes long. So I was like, okay, I actually do want this. Let's look. All right, here was the Kickstarter or the game found for it or whatever crowdfunding platform they used. And I saw that there were upgraded components offered, wooden tiles for the resources that look gorgeous. And suddenly, knowing those exist, the retail cardboard punch out resource tiles are not going to cut it for me. So, does the copy that do the copies that Spielbound has come with those upgraded components? I saw a little label on the front of the box, Deluxe Edition. Do a little bit more digging. There are multiple deluxe editions. My God, nothing can just be simple. So the deluxe edition that Spielbound has, which I then went on their website because this was on their Facebook page, but instead of driving all the way down there tomorrow to see if they what was all included in this game, because sometimes Spielbound gets deluxe editions on these Kickstarters they get. Excuse me. And so this very and I also saw there were playmats too, I think, if I remember right. But I didn't necessarily. I could live without the playmats. I cannot live without the wooden tiles. On the Spielbound website, they're pretty quick about getting their latest editions up on their website because I could do in-store pickup, like order it online now, go tomorrow and pick it up. Thankfully, I did look. It does not come with the upgraded resource tiles. There's multiple deluxe editions. The deluxe edition they have a few screen printed wooden pieces, but all the resource tokens are still the bare bones cardboard ones. And on the Kickstarter, I saw like the upgrade to the wooden resource tiles was like $15 or something. Like, are you kidding me? You get all these. I don't know. I thought I saw like 120 resource tokens upgraded to wooden tiles. Yeah, so I was like, no. So then I know there were. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Anyways, so then I was like, okay, well, now I do want this game, thanks to Spielbound's post, but I'm not going to get it from Spielbound because I don't have the upgraded components. So then I look online, where else can I get this? Well, it's actually kind of tough to find this deluxe edition of the game. I looked on Board Game Geek. I looked at other merchants online, Game Nerds and things that have it up for pre-order, but they don't look like they have the deluxeified resource tokens either. So I'm like, well, God. Then I finally found Game Steward. And I should always just look there first. Game Steward always has the greatest deluxe Kickstarter copies. They are marked up a bit, but hey, they got to make a buck, right? And they still offer free shipping over like 99 bucks or something, though this wouldn't have met that by itself. So I go on Game Steward. I find that game. I'm like, okay, what else do they have on this website? I may want to throw in something from a different project or something to meet the 99 free shipping threshold. And then I see After the Empire. So, After the Empire, this is going to start a whole nother side story. Because After the Empire, years ago, when After the Empire was on Kickstarter, I had back so many Kickstarters. Oh my gosh, I was all in on all the full-on complete Kickstarters of all these different games back in the day, back when Arcadia Quest and the first Zombicide were coming out and all that kind of stuff. But then I quit. I was like, I can't keep doing this because I'll get the game, I get all this huge expansion content, and I never barely touch any of it. The only time I've ever used like all my expansion content was in Zombicide Black Plague. That was an epic game night. But anyways, so I don't need all this content. I'm cool with the base game for the most part, but I do like deluxe, content for the base game. But anyway, so I kind of soured on Kickstarter for the most part. I still back like Dwarven Forge and Miniature Building Authority, and I'm sorry, I'm just rambling. But anyway, After the Empire was a Kickstarter at the time that I did not back, but I was blown away by it. In fact, I think I missed out on it and then found out it was on Kickstarter and then actually lamented having missed out on it because it's this fully overproduced deluxe game with these plastic castle walls, and the retail edition came with wooden cubes for troops. But of course, once I saw that there was mini little plastic soldiers that you could have gotten, I was like, well, the wooden cube retail edition's not going to be it for me. So on this game, so now looking on Game Steward, I see that they launched another After the Empire project on GameFound like a couple years ago or a year ago or something to reprint that huge deluxe edition with the plastic soldiers that I had missed out on. And Game Steward has the full all-in edition with the game trays insert, with the neoprene player mats, with all the little figures and upgraded components. And I was like, well, okay. So that, though, costs $180. And I think the all-in for the Empire's End, or whatever the other game was that I've already forgotten the name of again, was like $80 or so. So I was like, all right, well, I could get both, but that's a lot of money. And you saw, if you watched this vlog, I just spent like $120 on Hickory Farms. I got my haircut, and when I got my haircut, I bought they do these discounted gift cards where you can buy a whole bunch of loaded up with the future haircuts at a discounted price. I spent over $200 on that today. So and I spent another $60 or something at Bath and Body Works. So we're already up to like $400 today alone. I can't spend another $250. But I need this after the Empire game, and it by itself would qualify for free shipping. Do I need the Empire's End? Or, God, what the hell was this other game? Yeah, it was Empire's End. So Empire's End looks really cool, but there may still be chances to get the wooden pieces, potentially. I added it to my Board Game Geek wish list so I can check back later. But now I need that after the Empire. I've been watching these videos all night long. Playthroughs. This game, I missed out on it once. I'm not missing out on it again. I need this game, and it looks just absolutely amazing. So I did just pull the trigger and bought After the Empire through Game Steward. So hopefully that'll be coming up soon this week, but that'll probably be after the vlog ends. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing. And yeah, that is where we will leave it, folks. I know that was a long rant. That was 10 minutes. This entire vlog, the outro has now been longer than the rest of the entire vlog. Anyways, so thank you all so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And until next time.